And we're live. I gotta get one of those videos with the nice little intros. I'll have to hit up Ramon for one of those. Hi everybody.
Hi, everyone.
It's a Friday and Allison and I are back. And we hope everybody had a great week. Hopefully everyone has some fun plans started. And first in chat was Tropical Empress. That's Amanda. She was our guest last week. And she says, I just came for the snacks and the drinks. And I said, well, here you go, some snacks and drinks. Moira is back. Thank you again, Moira, for hanging out with us last night and participating in chat. It was extremely busy with five of us talking and me keeping an eye on chat. Boy, that was crazy. And let's see, Aline is here and Isadora. Hello,
Hi,
Isadora.
everyone.
And Amanda's back. Yes, hello, beautiful Heather. Oh, I just adore her. I love her to pieces. So I haven't really talked to Allison all much this week. How's your week been, Allison?
I know I've been just very busy. Work was very busy. Uh, my last next week is my last week of the summer trip that I accepted, so I will be off for well, I think so. Anyways, they have something else that maybe I'll accept, honestly. So, but anyways, I'll be able to come up for air. Between working and my partner just moved and just helped him get unpacked, but there's just cleaning and organizing and this net and whatever and just
Moving's
busy.
hard.
And my dogs are one of them especially, they're fine. They're older, but they're one of them especially is starting to act older, so just kind of spend a little bit more one-on-one time with him. Yeah, and
Wow.
he's fine. Animals get
Mm-hmm.
old. The worst thing about dogs is that they don't live long enough. And he's fine. It's just that he's just because I'm spending more time away. I'm trying to make sure when I am home, it's more of quality time with them because they sleep a lot now that they're older. But I still take them on 2 real walks a day. But I'm trying to like be more engaging and more. I'm just busy right now. So yeah, I'm just busy. And I also
Nana
have to
says
take
hi.
care of my home and I've been cooking. I made chicken and noodles from scratch today for Anthony.
That
And
sounds so good.
yep. And as you
What
know,
time's
I don't
dinner?
eat that, but I made it for him. So that's several and then I don't have to cook very much this weekend because he'll just eat that till it's
The
gone
leftovers. Yep.
for the most part. Yeah. And but anyways,
So when do the kids go back to
I'm
school
just
regularly?
busy. Kids go back to school. 25th of August is my first day back for my real job.
So you'll have a couple weeks.
So August 1st is my last field trip,
Yeah.
dealio. And then I've got 3 weeks. And honestly, I might just take the 3 weeks. I mean, I save for it so that I can take it off, but I'm not going to turn down money when it's offered to me either. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Because I know that you've been wanting to start your second channel with
I do, and I'm going
healthy
to.
eating.
And I can't believe we're already this far into the summer. I haven't done it yet, but I will. Anybody that's
August.
interested, which I don't know if anybody here would be, I snippet. I had some symptoms and some issues going on a few years back. I'd been vegan for many years and ended up with nutritionally deficient and a bunch of other stuff going on and did a bunch of research, this, that, blah, 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 blah. And the nutshell of it is I ended up being carnivore, which is a complete other direction. And I was vegan because I'm a big animal lover. So that was difficult, but I've completely switched over to carnivore. It's been almost 3 years and I'm going to do a channel about eating carnivore and how to do it and why to do it and the best way to do it. Cause I mean, it's a very personal decision for people to make, but the problem with eating meat is the industry. I really do believe spiritually that we are, and people can believe what they want, but I do think that that's the agreement. It's just the farming industry is wrong.
Horrendous.
Humans
Yeah.
are doing it wrong. We got it wrong. That is the problem. That It's not the eating. That's why we require vitamin B's and omega-3s and all these, and iron and all these things that you get from meat. So anyways, I'm going to do a channel. There's a lot of people out there that eat carnivore that do channels. I haven't seen anybody in the spiritual community doing it. Not that I'll really focus on it. I'm not looking to intermix the two subjects, but I might, but that's what Heather's talking about. I'm going to do a channel. And I'll do, my life as a carnivore kind of stuff, and probably some recipes, and tell my story, which is way more detailed than what I just described, and all of that, and the health benefits of it, and blah 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 blah. But I gotta have the time to do it.
Yeah, but you'll be having that time to do it in the next couple of weeks. And Allyson and I have been talking
We'll
about
see.
doing.
We'll see. I don't put the cart before the horse. We'll see how it goes. But I will get to it at some point. That's actually going to be really exciting. I need to be ready to really do it when I do it, because everybody that I've seen that does a carnivore channel, it just goes off. Because people that are new to it are really hungry for information, and they'll watch every channel. That
We've learned a lot from Allyson, Shannon, and I. We're not strict carnivore, but we understand a lot more now from her, and we've been adjusting our regular diet as such. And if we ever have any questions, she's always there to answer. So it'll be a really good
it's a
resource
huge
for people.
undertaking. It's a bit. It's not for, well,
It's
is
not
for everybody, but it's not for everybody to decide to do it, because it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. So, but anyways, that's what she's referring to, and hopefully I'll have the time at some point.
And Allyson and I've been talking about over the last few months too, maybe doing some or like later century, early century crime reads. And
yes, I really want to do that.
And so keep an eye out. We may be doing that
too,
the summer and the fall.
We're
talking.
Yeah, we'll definitely do it. Heather did some, has done many actually over, I don't even know how long, last year for sure, maybe longer. I don't know. Heather can fill in the blanks on doing some true crime, which I think is fun. And I realized my own personal, just like stuff that I end up, coming through my feed and I watch. I love the old stuff. And I mean, really old stuff that was never really solved. And there's so much, because this was way before the internet, right? I mean, some old stuff, like old, like there's so many things that have occurred, mid late 1800s type crazy like stuff that happened and it was never solved because they had no, and not that we're necessarily going to figure it out, but, and it's also fun. Yes, it's entertainment, but, pulling cards and reading on energy surrounding, there's so many that are popping into my head right now. It's interesting. And I would love to kind of, to do a little bit of that.
And, oh my goodness, I have to pick him up if I don't. No, don't back away from me, you little. Never mind. I went to go pick him up and he ran away from me.
He's like, so no, fine. He probably wants you to follow him.
Yeah, he wants food, that little Buddha butt. He's got a Buddha gut and a Buddha butt. But yes, and some of those old crime ones also have a tinge of paranormal to them as well. So
yes,
it'll be nice to be
all of that would be fun to read on.
The para-oracle that I do with the crime. And when we say it's fun, it's not that we're having fun reading on somebody's, unfortunate demise. It's just that it gives us a way of being able to improve our skills on reading, see exactly how we are connecting with the cards, with spirit, or with the energy that's out there. And I have taken a break from it, just because for a while there, like I told Jackie, who I usually do the readings with, and Allyson can join Jackie and I when she can. It's just a lot of channels, not in our community, but in Tarot Tube as a whole, have been just really been kind of like clickbaiting, kind of like who can, and it's almost kind of like making, this person's disappearance or death or whatever, kind of like clickbait for views and for subscriptions. And for me, it was just starting to get a little tainted. So Jackie's been doing some stuff, learning with a couple different readers, and she's doing a series on her channel right now where she takes 2 decks, and she says, now we know the basics of tarot, but how can we also look at the images to apply to a true crime or an investigation? And so she's been doing that around 1 o'clock, 1:30 Eastern time. So she's going to be creating a cheat sheet for that, which will be fabulous. But before I go on too much more, Patricia Tyree has joined us. And so has Earl. Hello, Earl. And Earl gave you a compliment, Allyson. He says, you look good in blue. And she does. That blue is a nice color on her.
Thank you.
And Amanda says, that would be cool. I would love that. Us talking about the turn of the century kind of like crimes.
Yes.
And Tom is here.
Hi,
Hello,
Tom.
ladies. And he goes, oh, and hi, chat. So, and Amanda says, I need to get that true crime deck that I just bought. There's a lot out there.
I've seen several, Amanda, and that's Amanda you're talking to, right?
Yeah. Tropical. Yeah.
I've seen several. I just haven't seen, yeah. And there's some of them, they're so expensive. Like
handwrite yours. That's what I did for some of mine. I just got blank cards and.
Yeah, well, yeah, I made my deck a while back with the playing cards, and they are powerful, and I do like them. But I've seen a couple decks that whoa. Sorry, guys, I didn't bring my stand. I brought all my other
Allison's
stuff.
phone's a little
I forgot my stand, so I just have my phone propped here. Actually, that's okay. And I don't know. I just I saw a couple that I liked on Etsy, but it's like, I don't know about you guys. I just refuse.
Hi, Fatima.
I just refuse.
80's too much.
Not about not having the money, because I do. It's just I refuse. I just won't. I'm not paying crazy numbers for decks. It's not happening.
Tom says Allyson is too drunk for streaming.
Yeah.
I wish.
That's
yes,
hilarious.
You know what, Tom? She's drunk in love. She's drunk in love.
Tomorrow is our 1-year anniversary.
Already.
Yeah.
Oh
so
God.
Crazy. It's gone by very, very, very quickly. It's already been a year. It's kind of bizarre, actually.
Wow, I can't believe it.
Yep. 1 year.
And it's serious. I love that. I like seeing my girl happy.
Yeah.
And Amanda says, I didn't have to drink. Allison's phone did all the drinking for us.
You guys are hilarious.
This is fun.
You guys are going to think I don't drink at all, you guys, like at all. So that's very funny.
Yep. Wow. Tom says 1 year already. He says, congrats.
Thank you. It's gone by so fast. It's kind of.
And I got to
not
meet
kind of. It is weird.
Backstage. He's so
It's gone by very fast.
Yes, and he's very handsome. So,
yes. Thanks.
She's like, oh, blush. Like, oh, shucks.
He is. He's very cute.
But all righty. Well, we thought we might have had Ramon join us this evening. He's not going to be able to. He had a topic for tonight, but we'll save that topic for when he can join us. And I'll see if I can get Jay. Jay Marcus, or also known as Majestic Tarot.
2 seconds, you guys. Sure. My hands are so dry. I've got to grab some hand lotion. I'll be right back, because I know we're going to be doing cards, and I got to do this. I'll be right back.
So we will wait for, because Ramon had the idea of talking about spirit boxes for tonight if he was able to join. But that may be for next week. Stay tuned, because Allyson and I love having the paranormal conversations as well. And Tom, if that's something that you might be available for too, let me know. Allyson, I would love to have you on to talk about spirit box as well, along with Ramon. As long as it's not like a 5-panel like last night. Man, that was something. So I appreciate everybody who came by and supported Ramon and I, Jeff, Bill, and the lovely Amanda. Oh, you got the Amanda girl. You buying up all the stores. Oh, I would love to talk about spirit boxes. Yep. I bet you would. And that was a lot last night. Whoops. Yes. And Amanda, have you used the spirit box before? I'm just going to go ahead while we're waiting for Allyson. We're going to do readings tonight. Um, and let me just put this up here. And as everybody knows, we don't do third party, no political, and legal and health questions. Um,
Sorry, I
I
couldn't
know
find it.
I know there's a lot of channels in our community that have started to do health readings. Y'all, I don't feel comfortable. I can read on an energy, but to actually address somebody's legal or health questions, um, that's just something that I'm not comfortable. I'm not a doctor. And again, too, all these readings that we do are for entertainment purposes only. And if we do touch upon something that's health related or potential health or even a holistic talking, this is all for entertainment purposes only. Make sure you get to go see your doctor. And Aline had a question. Does anyone feel the powerful energy boost? You know, Aline, I have been just kind of feeling out of sorts later this afternoon. And for me, I'm affected by the weather a lot. So we actually had a beautiful kind of like early autumn day here today. I don't know what the weather was like in Michigan, but we had like a week of just kind of like this hot, humid weather. And then as it switched over to cool, the barometric pressure changes. And then my brain, my head gets a little wonky, my sinuses and everything. But so yeah, that could be part of what's kind of throwing me off a little bit. But I did hear somewhere down the line we're supposed to have a Mercury retrograde too coming up. But I don't know when. But and I think too, Aline, a lot of the energy boost is what's kind of behind too a lot what's going on in the world. Like I said, we don't do politics, but just what's going on in the world. Excuse me. You know, politically, locally, around the world, in our own
And
personal lives.
our individual charts have a huge impact on what you're going to feel.
Yes.
I mean, they really do. Because you'll have somebody come in and say something like what you first said, and then somebody else doesn't feel a damn thing. Well, their chart is completely different. And a lot of times that's what it is. And I'm not an astrologist at all, but I know just enough. It's like, yeah, that absolutely makes a difference. And for anybody that doesn't think that we're not tied into the planets, we are.
And a nice little segue for Allyson. She did get a couple of signs readings put up. I just caught it was last week. Sagittarians, anybody in the house that's a Sagittarius like me, awesome readings, very spot on with the energy. So Allyson did the fire signs and she did the water signs. So
I did Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Pisces. I did not do Cancer.
Oh, okay.
And I think I'm done. I mean, I'll come back around and do them again in a couple weeks or whenever I do them. But fire signs and water signs. And again, you guys, I have a small channel and I love to have more people, but I do it because I enjoy doing it. But when I take the time to do like the air signs and the earth signs, I don't get as many views on those. And I really prefer, or I should say, I really like the fire signs and the water signs the best. So I'm just kind of going to focus on that, I think. So, but anyways.
Yeah, and this is what Brenda Tarot, she says that most of her clientele and what gets the most views and hits on her channel, she goes, are Pisces. There's a lot of Pisces.
Yeah, Pisces, water signs. And you know what I think that is? And not to speak for her or whatever, but my guess would be is because the water signs, it depends on the placements and blah, 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 blah. But water signs are usually interested in the woo and they're intuitive and this and that and whatever. They're also highly sensitive. Pisces, men and women, the women especially are very sensitive, and or psychic.
Yeah, my shad's a Pisces and I'm a Pisces moon. So whoop.
Yeah.
Cards.
And I'm Aries at 0 degrees. And the whole thing about being on the cusp is varied across the board. Who you listen to, different people say different things. I'll tell you what, in my opinion, cusp is a real thing. I really think it is, because I feel like I have both energies. I really do. I feel very Piscean. I also feel very much the whole Aries. I feel both of those very strongly.
Me too.
And so, but I'm saying that's from the cusp, not my moon. My moon is in Virgo. I don't really identify with Virgo, although a lot of people might, like, I have Virgo traits. And like I'm Gemini rising. And I'm not crazy about Gemini in general. I love Geminis, but like Gemini, what that means in terms of like that placement and whatever, but you know, it is what it is. We get what we're supposed to get, right? And it's just interesting. So I'm a blend, especially if you go through my whole chart. I've got fire, water, air, earth. Like it's just,
Wow.
it's very, very blended.
Okay.
But I have my Venus is in Aries as well. And I do have a couple Scorpio placements and a couple Pisces placements. So, and then everything else is air and water. My son, I don't know why I'm mentioning this. My son, I know I've probably mentioned this on your show before. Anybody that's into astrology, my son, he's a Taurus sun. He's almost every single placement is Gemini and Aquarius. Like it's crazy. Like Gemini, Aquarius, Gemini, Aquarius. It's like, that's it. I've never seen anything like that. He has 5 Gemini placements. 5.
Wow. I have like 3 Scorpio. I'm a lot of water and a lot of fire.
Which is just crazy. Yeah.
Before, it disappears on my chat feed here. Tom says, can we start a GoFundMe for Allyson so she can get a phone stand?
I know, right? I've had several. They've all, they've had several and they've all broke. And I think I subconsciously, I just was like, fuck it. I'm not buying another one.
And Tom says, I need to see the Scorpio one because he's the day after my daddy's birthday. And so he's a Scorpio.
Yeah. Come by and watch it, Tom.
I do too. I've got 3 Scorpio placements in my chart. So maybe it's why we get along so well, Tom. And I
love Scorpios. See, and that's the thing. I like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, love them. Scorpio, Pisces, love them. Cancer, and again, and nobody be offended by that, please, because come on, we all have signs we prefer. So just,
I don't know enough about signs, but I know when it comes to Leos, I haven't had very good experiences with Leos in the past, except for my cousin.
Yeah, and that's right. Exactly. But, and like my man's a Leo. He's freaking awesome. I also had a Leo female friend for years, and she's great, but she also has some really not so great stuff. And I don't know if it has anything to do with female Leo or if it's her other placements or whatever, but like the Leo men that I've known have been fabulous. I've loved every Leo man I've ever known. True story. Sun placement. My ex, who's a Virgo sun, he is Leo moon. And then I'm now with this guy who's a Leo sun, Virgo moon. They could not be more different. And the placements were just swapped. The whole Leo Virgo thing. So.
And Fatima said, everyone, I want to send prayers to Jasper in Montana. So the fires have burned half the town already. I didn't know that. So, yeah, a lot of places are hitting fires again.
Lots of fire. Pray for the animals, especially. People can. I mean, it's sad. Don't get me wrong, but people, we have tools, right? Animals are just freaking out there to be a damn barbecue. Yeah.
And Amanda says, you got 2 babies and 1 kid with your son being a Gemini. So somebody was.
Yes. You know what's so funny? Thank God he is a Taurus sun, because it's grounded him. Because there is he doesn't have, and he's 22. Thank God he doesn't have any of the what I would call the more shadow side Gemini aspects. Which I'm sure he does to a degree, but it's not the things that you would automatically go to. And admittedly, I'm his mom. My son's lovely. Everybody loves my son. He's very sticks up for the underdog. He's very loving. He's very affectionate. He's a good friend. He's a good person. He really is. And I can't take credit for it. He came in that way. But yeah, I know what you're saying. I do. As Gemini rising, I get it. Absolutely. Yeah.
So, Tom obviously has feelings for cancers. GTFO.
Cancers, get the fuck out. Is he a No, he's Scorpio.
Scorpio.
I don't understand the comment though.
Well, remember you said you have signs that you said we have signs that we don't typically like. And
yeah, get the fuck out. Right. Yeah, especially I wondered if he's got any history with a Cancer female, because that can be a lot to deal with. It can be a lot.
No, Tom. Come on now, Tom. You put that
in the history, and we're all adults here. And I'm not saying that's what it is. I don't even know, but it's like, that's one of the most interesting ways to learn about signs. We're all adults here. We've all had other relationships, or we're single now or whatever, but to go back through your mental file cabinet and people that you were involved with, or even friends, and find out what their sun or their moon, especially, right? Especially if they're many degrees in, like me, I say, actually it's Aries girl. The reality is it probably should be something else, because although I am Aries, I'm barely in there, man. It's like but I do have, this whole thing started, I feel very Aries and Pisces, but I do have Aries and Venus. So that's there as well.
So Tom said that was Allison's voice when you're like, I didn't understand.
Yeah, and I didn't quite say that.
I never pay attention to signs.
They're
either.
They're just, I don't know. I just don't get I just don't get you. And that's fine. There's other signs that I just don't get. There's one sign, I won't even say who it is. It's like, it's oil and water. It's just, nope. And I'll always be polite and I'll always be friendly, but I can almost tell as soon as I start talking to somebody if they're that sign, and then find out later. And sometimes they are and sometimes they aren't, but a lot of times that's what I thought.
And Aline says, Taurus with a Sag sun, dad, aunts, and exes. Oh my. I have to love them all. So that's a lot of Taurus.
Another one that I really do like though is Libra. Love Libras. Libras are great. I can rock with a Libra any day. Libras are great.
Oh wow, you got a lot of Scorpio, Matricia. Oh my goodness.
Sun in Scorpio, moon in Cap, Mercury in Scorpio, Venus.
Scorpio, Saturn and Scorpio.
What's your rising?
Wow. That's
Scorpio. Scorpio's great.
Scorpios too.
I love Scorpio. Yeah, Scorpio is and when I say a Scorpio, I'm generally talking about somebody, their sun, but their sun or their moon. Rising, yeah, and it's funny people don't talk more about it, because that really is how you see people for the most part. Their sun and their in my opinion, and their rising sign, that their rising is how they show up to the world, how they look like. So I kind of look like a Gemini, which I totally get that. Absolutely. But I'm so not.
I have this deck that I got to help learn about the signs. And I use it when I'm with Karen. And Scorpio's intensity, exposing, purging, and renewing. Those are the
and that stinger, man.
Yeah.
You don't want to get into an argument with a Scorpio.
Nope. And
they're really sweet and wonderful, but when they've had it and they're ready, they will verbally execute you.
Oh my goodness.
They will go right in there and go for the jugular and say some SHIT you will not forget soon.
Yeah.
Scorpios are not messing around. Like if they're hurt is what I'm saying, and they will put up with and deal with and whatever, but when they're ready to come in, they will hit you right where it hurts. and you will not soon forget it. That's
And
that's a Scorpio thing. That doesn't
Yeah.
mean whoever was just saying they had a bunch of Scorpio placements is like that, but a lot of them are. I've experienced it. I've seen it, not necessarily towards me, but like peripherally in my environment with other people. Oh yeah. My brother-in-law is a Scorpio, who nicest guy, but man, you fuck with him or you catch him on the wrong side or you do
Yep.
him dirty in some sort of way. Oh, he will take
That
care
was
of
my
you
daddy.
in a couple sentences verbally. He doesn't even need to do anything else. Like he will hone in on whatever your weakness is.
Yep, like Tom says, no, you
Knock
don't.
you down to your knees. No problem.
Aw, thank you, Aline. She goes, I love this channel. Well, we love you being here. Thank you for hanging
Oh,
out
thanks.
with us. Pisces
Well, I guess
can
it's
be the
Heather's
same-
channel. I'm like, thanks.
Well, this is our show.
She said channel, but
Yeah.
right.
Pisces can be the same way. Yeah, we all have the same. We can all exhibit the same, but some of us just stronger than others because of our signs. She goes, wish I could participate more often. Damn work schedule. Well, you're here now, so we're that's fine. We're having fun. And Patricia says,
what is Amanda? What is her son?
let's see. She already mentioned. Let me go see if I can go back up. Amanda, I don't know if it'll let me because she was sharing earlier. I know she's an Aries rising like me.
Okay.
Let's see. Here we go. I'm a Pisces sun, a Taurus moon, and an Aries
Oh,
rising.
no wonder I like you. Oh, nice. Okay, so Pisces sun, Taurus moon, Aries rising. Okay. Nice.
Yep,
That's
Aries
very
rising.
nice, actually.
And Pisces sun. So Tom, wait a minute. I'm confused. It's Pisces sun. Tom, I thought you were a Scorpio, or is that a Scorpio moon? No, you're a Scorpio. I'm not sure. Maybe Tom was having a conversation with somebody else. Because everybody loves to have conversations in the chat, which is great.
Is Thomas Scorpio?
I believe so. Yeah.
That tracks. I bet he's a
Oh,
Scorpio.
he's talking about me. Amanda says, okay.
Okay.
And she goes, I love you too, Allyson. Amanda said, oh, go. We gotta get the hearts. There we go. Yeah, I was telling you what Amanda said she was. Thank you.
Yeah, Tom, that, yes. And I'm wondering, did I know that? Yeah, I can totally see Tom Scorpio. Yeah.
And Fatima says, I am a Pisces sun, a Taurus moon,
Taurus
and
moon.
Virgo rising.
Okay, so very similar to Amanda, but the Virgo rising. Yeah.
Ooh, Patricia's rising is a Libra, and you're just saying you like the Libra energy. So.
Yeah. My ex-husband was a Libra, and although we didn't work out for numerous reasons and whatever, I love Libra. Libra sons are great.
I thought I just saw my Libra.
Male and female.
Oh, what was that, hon?
No, I said Libras are great. Male and female, Libra sons.
There we go. I'm pulling out all the cards now. Libras. I love this Libra. This is so cool. It has for the
and that is so appropriate. The whole
I love that.
The justice card and the balancing, and I'm sure there's exceptions. Again, you live your life right as a human, and you have other placements and this and that, whatever. But all the Libras that have ever been in my life were very righteous, in a good way, right? And just do the right thing, and good parents, and good to their kids, very fair. Yeah, it's a thing.
And sure. Jeff is here. Virgo midheaven. I'm not sure what Virgo midheaven means.
I don't either.
Rising Sag, moon in Cancer, sun Aries. Okay, I want
sun in Aries, moon
Jeff.
in Cancer, Sagittarius rising, Virgo midheaven. I don't know what that means.
That might be
sidereal. People say I don't know what that means.
That might be sidereal. But
moon in Cancer. Yeah, you know what? I am not surprised about that at all. That explains all the super, super deep poetry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Tom says, I'm a sun in Scorpio, moon in Capricorn,
and sun Capricorn. Okay, very Capricorn.
That's why we ran, but that's cool. we bounce ideas off of each other. She goes, I don't know what I am. 5/7, 8:30 a.m. Saturday morning. You would have to put that into your program, sweetheart. I can't tell
It
you.
depends on where you were born and what year you were born, and you'd have to look it up. Nobody just knows that.
5/7 would be
May 7th. That's a Taurus.
Taurus, yeah. Let me see. Everyone loves talking about this. They're all sharing. She's 66. Oh, well, okay, Aline. She's 66. And hello, Christina. She's joining us from Down Under. Hello, my dear. Good morning to you. I love to look at the star signs every Sunday. Libra is beautiful and balanced. And let's see. Teresa Hadarian is here. Hello, my dear. Carolyn, how are you and Peter doing?
Carolyn.
Oh, we hope you guys are doing well.
I'm a Leo and Peter is an Aquarius.
Oh,
Carolyn, the Leo.
Ooh, so I could actually say there's a Leo lady that I like. All righty. That's my cousin. So Carolyn, I hope you and Peter are doing well, feeling better. And Allyson and I are looking forward to when you guys can come back and hang out with us.
Yes.
The door is always open for you two lovelies. Empress says May 7th is Taurus. Yeah. Okay.
I will say something about Leos, male or female. Even if you have conflict with like Heather, whatever, I hear you and I do know what you're talking about. They're always fun though. They're always fun. I have never known a Leo that couldn't walk into a room.
That was my mother.
And not only were they like, I'm not going to say center of attention, but they had a story or they were interesting or they were gorgeous. Usually they're very beautiful people. Not necessarily though, but like there's a draw, there's a magnetism of some kind, male or female. Right.
No, my mom loved being the center of attention.
Well, that's different. But no, I agree. It's not like they're even like my girlfriend, that Leo, she wasn't even looking for it. She was like, people were just drawn to her, and they would just come in and, but again, you have your other placements too. Your sun sign does not make your whole story at all. So, and then there's also personality and, other things affecting your life.
Exactly. Oh, and she says, we are doing well and we'll be happy to come back anytime. You just pick a Friday, Carolyn. The door is open.
Yeah.
Love to have you back. So good to hear that you and Peter are doing well. But yeah, that was my mom. She was a waitress. She loved food service. She, could go into any place and just say, hey, and know everybody's story, or whatever. It was just,
yeah. And they're big communicators.
Really
they're good. They're good. Like even my partner, Anthony, he's an amazing communicator, very charismatic, friendly, open, and people are drawn in and that kind of thing. But the irony with him is that he's a total introvert. So like he's great at his job and doing all those things. But like when he's away from work, he's very much like me. He's, again, Virgo moon, right? Very within and just, think of the hermit. So yeah, it's so interesting. All of that.
And Elaine says, I donated a kidney to my Leo cousin, 8/14/57. She is my spiritual guide and best friend. Aw, that's sweet. Is she in spirit or is she still with us? That was
a very, very long time ago. I don't
know. My sister was born in 57 and she's still with us and kicking. Oh, and she says, wonderful. Yes. So let us know. Give me a holler later on this weekend and whatever Friday, we'll make sure we have room for you, my dear. She has a new life. Okay. Yep. That's beautiful. So Allyson and I haven't done readings in a while on a Friday. I mean, we love chatting with everybody. So if people want to chat, we could chat. If anybody has a question they would like for us to pull cards on, go ahead and put them all in caps. And again, no third party, health, legal, or political. I know a lot of people want to talk politics, but there are a lot of channels in our community that would be happy to.
Ooh, that's an interesting subject though, but yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
I don't have any skin in the game, so I don't mind talking about it. But no, it's a big old, very interesting though. A lot of interesting. I kind of dipped in and kind of caught up on what was going on the other day. I was like, oh man.
I know the big subject now with Shannon. I'm trying to get him to be a little calm and relaxed. As he's very concerned about this project thing coming up next year, 2025. And I said, honey, just it's not here yet. It hasn't
See, I have no
happened
idea
yet.
what you're talking about.
Yeah, and so I go, just breathe, relax. Things can change, and worrying about things right now before they even happen, when something can completely different happen in the future, to be able to, because people remember, like, too, when we do readings, these are all card pulls at this time, and energy is always changing. There are always different
Yes,
people
and you know
coming in
what?
and out.
I'm gonna dip in here and say something, and I know this is probably not going to go over real well with a lot of people, but
You're allowed to have your opinion.
I really don't. I think it's a waste of time to read on politics. Waste of time. You can't. You can't. There's too many moving parts. There's too many people involved. A lot of it is not predetermined, predestined. It's constantly moving and flowing energy. I do know that we just had a couple of very major things happen politically, and I don't know one person in our community that was talking about any of it accurately. And it's not because they're bad readers. You can't read on this stuff. There's too many moving parts. It's like this huge, massive thing with a million players, not a million, I'm being dramatic, a lot of players and moving pieces and parts and this and that and blah, 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 blah. And it's emotionally fueled and people are, have skin in the game and they're reading on it. And it's just like, you can't read on it. And yes, I have read on it in the past and whatever, and I still would if somebody wanted me to, but I would also just absolutely, it's for entertainment purposes only, because you're not going to get what's going on. You're not.
Yeah.
I didn't hear one person saying that who was going to get shot. I did not hear one person in our community talking about who's stepping down. In fact, it was the contrary. You can't read on it. It doesn't have anything to do with whoever's ability to read. You can't read on certain things. And this is one of the things. Also, we're not meant to know. We are not meant to know.
Yeah.
That's probably a part of it as well. But I really think it's because there's too much. You can't accurately read on it.
And I was in somebody's chat recently. I don't know if it was Marina talking with Deborah Zakow or who was talking, but I think there are some subscribers or chatters that have gotten upset with some of us readers because they said, well, the cards you pulled said this wasn't going to happen or this was going to, and then it didn't. And that's why it's just really important to remember that energy is always changing. People, they have their free will. Someone's free will is going to come in and affect somebody else's. There's too, like you said, Allyson, there's just too many moving parts, especially with things like this. We can read on a possible energy and then, wait and see what happens. But, it's just something that, with anything, something can always, Linda G got backlash. Marina did. Yep. So, that's unfortunate.
I'm not going to name anybody at all. I'm not mentioning any names. Me. I'm not talking about anybody. No names. But I'm just saying politically, there's too much going on. And then you also combine it with what you want to happen. You can't read on it. That's all.
Yep.
That's it.
So, yep. So Marie's Table too. Yeah, I haven't watched Marie's Table in a long time, Jeff. But yeah, things are always changing.
In fact, if you're gonna honestly, I think.
Thank you, Aline.
Like reading on again with tarot and probably oracle cards as well. I can only assume you're reading the energy of something at that time, and it's being interpreted by the reader. Which there's room for error there as well. How good of a reader are they? Are they tuned in to your energy? Are they putting their own, I see a lot of people that read and reflect their own stuff into the readings, that kind of thing. My whole point is that a reading, it's a snapshot, and it can switch and move and that kind of thing. What I personally see to be the most accurate is when you read on something that happened in the past and it's already happened, and you don't have any skin in the game, and you're just reading for somebody and you're really tuned in. That stuff can almost be frighteningly accurate. Really, like big time. But like anything that's current, yeah, it could change. I mean, a lot of times stuff, yes, it absolutely happens, and you know, you interpret it correctly and that kind of thing. But it is energy, and stuff can switch and change. Especially for stuff that's, you know, about to happen, or if it's off into the future. I mean, you know, that's why if it's something that's important, I would, you know, you get a reading on it, or you read on it yourself if you're one of those people that can read for yourself and then read on it again. Like if you have a span of time before the thing actually happens, sometimes you get a different energy or a different reading because the energy changed. So it just kind of depends. My whole point was just that political stuff, there's just too many moving parts.
Yeah.
And especially if you prefer one group over another group, it makes it even harder to read. It just does. It's the reality.
Very true. And it doesn't help when people jump from chat to, or to, you know, show to show, asking the same question, hoping, you know, maybe by asking the same question over, that will help change the trajectory of, you know, whether it's politics or their life or something. It's just, again, you know, like you said, free will, like Aline said as well. Energy changes. Um, and in the end, each of us has, you know, control over, to a certain degree, our choices, our reactions to situations, and how we handle them, you know, moving forward. And Jeff says, I love that, it's insane. Yeah, I don't need insane. Yes, we, Heather, that's so true. We as readers are taken for granted and advantage of all the time. I have been seeing a lot of that in other chats.
I don't
So
watch other shows. I wouldn't know, but I believe you. In the past, I did, and I just mean because I've been so busy, you guys, and whatever. But I don't watch anybody's show anymore. I mean, the only person's show that I ever really watch, I tune and watch Heather when I can, and even hers, I miss hers half the time because I'm just not on YouTube.
well, I thought I saw Allison's video for Sagittarius, and I was like, oh, wait a minute, I forgot.
She posted. I mean, I hadn't posted anything in months. No kidding. It had been like 2 months. I hadn't posted anything. So
it was so spot on. So again, for us Saggies out
and I
there,
like YouTube. I just don't at the moment. I just don't have the time to watch or to film or upload or any of that stuff. So
people in general don't understand how much energy it takes to do tarot reads. Yeah, for tarot readers. And Carrie is here in her beautiful horse. I had a seer moment that saw that there'd be a live debate between BNT, and then shortly.
Oh wait, hold on a minute. I had a seer moment. Saw that there'd be a live debate between
Biden and Trump.
Then shortly after, Kamala would replace Biden. I noticed if the reader is already swayed. Wait, I noticed if the reader is already swayed by one party or another, their readings tend to sway. So those are two completely separate things you're talking about. Okay. You know what I think personally? This is just my feeling, and I haven't read on it. I wouldn't, because I really don't care one way or another about politics. I personally don't think that either one of the people that they're talking about being on the ticket are going to be on the ticket. I just don't. I could be completely 100% wrong, and I probably am, but I just don't feel like we even know who's going to be on the ticket yet. I feel like something big is going to happen. Neither one of them.
And Amanda, yes, because their personal feelings are in the cards. So really, it's really having to, you know.
Yeah, you can't. And again, it's not against anybody. It's like it's not. Yeah. Yep.
All righty. So we do have a couple of requests. Aline had a question, and it says, what is my future with my mom and our new path forward? So Aline, I don't do third-party questions, but what I can do is I can pull cards. I don't know if Allyson, you want to do this just on your energy, because Aline, we don't have permission to tap into your mom's personal energy. That's like an invasion of privacy. I know there are some readers, you know, in our community or in tarot tube in general that are okay with doing, you know, readings like that, and that's okay. That's their ethics. But for me, and with Allison, we don't do the third parties. But I can pull cards on your energy for you and mom. So
I'll be right back. I did not
okay.
grab a pad of paper and a pen, and I always need that. Hold on
Okay.
1 second. I'll be right back.
Let's see, what deck do I want to use for you, Aline? Let's use this one. So, Aline, what I'll do is, what is the energy surrounding your path moving forward with mom? How about that? Ooh, really? Okay. Wait a minute, what's this? Is this too many cards? Oh, my goodness, Aline. My cards keep flipping forward. Um, yeah, no health questions, honey, and we don't have permission to tap into your mom's energy. That's an invasion of privacy for Allyson and I to do that to another person. But I'm pulling cards on your energy moving forward with mom. And so hold on a second. Am I done shuffling? No. Okay. So let me take a look at what I've got here. Because cards were jumping. So alrighty. So Aline, honey, I got the page of Pentacles, and the pages are all about studying, being very meticulous. In typical Rider Waite, you have someone holding a pentacle and looking at that and being very studious of examining it, looking at it from all angles. Pentacles have to do with security, stability, home life, with health, and also with spirituality. And so, with this beautiful card, I love how he's giving that little fox a hug. And so for you, I know that energy is very there where you're looking at different aspects of ways and how maybe how you can move forward working with your relationship with your mom. Um, Taking into account what you are bringing, you know, to the table. The bottom for this I got is the Lovers card, and the Lovers doesn't mean an intimate love. This can be any type of relationship. So I see that there is this desire, this um, wanting to create the security, this stability, and I almost said disability. I don't know if there's a disability involved on any part, but I'm not going to tap into that. And I'm looking at here, and I'm seeing that there. Sorry, guys. I tried getting to that mute button as quick as possible. We're having drag races. This has been ongoing for several nights now. I hope y'all didn't get too scared by that or startled by that. That was really loud. So there has been some. This is the Ten of Wands. So there has been some. Some burdens that are being carried. Um, and when you look at this one, you only see half though. There's a reflection, so there's only really four wands, but she's given the impression that there's like a reflection as if there is four more. They're not actually physically there, but it's more like a reflection, almost kind of like this could be like a mirroring. Um, Perhaps this could be a lot of times you mirror each other, and there has been a sort of oppression, a heavy burden. Um, but it's something that she is not something that she cannot like not handle. And again, there's almost kind of like an illusion that there is more to there than that. I also got the Seven of Cups, so there is a lot of choices, but at the same time, I think there are a lot of different things at play here, especially with cups being emotional. Um, there's kind of, I don't know if there was a disillusion or an illusionment to how things are going to move forward. You really need to focus on yourself, honey. We can't control another person. We can't expect someone, to feel what we feel or to see what we see. Um, and we just really need to make sure that we're not taking all of the burden. Um, I did get also that came out. I got the Ace of Pentacles, and look at these cute two little wolves. They're so adorable. They're little wolf cubs. And the Ace of Pentacles are about new things moving forward, um, new things being brought to you. This is, again, could be financial. In this case, it could be security, stability. It could be a home life. It could be a spiritual. So, with the page and the ace, very similar energies. This is the energy itself, and then this is the person taking control of that energy, and starting to work with it, looking at it from all different angles. And the last card I have for you, Aline, I do have the Strength card, and this is just beautiful, and it's this beautiful light that she is giving. So I know that you are sending mom this beautiful light. And then you can ask your guides, let me send my mom love, let me send my mom light. I'll give them to her angels, her guides, and then and then just let that be, and things will have to move forward. Um and some and if it's not quite how you wanted it, it's just something that we can't, like, again, we can't force somebody to feel something or see our point of view or come around a certain way, but we can still send them that beautiful love, that beautiful light. And this is a Leo card, so I don't know if you or mom might be a Leo. um but there's that strength there, so keep your strength. um it's hold that strength, hold that light for yourself moving forward with mom, but don't let that hold you back. You need to continue moving your life forward. And if things are meant to come around, they will. And I'll leave that, and I'll give it over to Alice to see what she pulled. I hope that resonated.
Hi, Eileen. So there's definitely a change here for sure. And looks like you're standing strong in your convictions of whatever this change is. And something that might not be showing is that you've really withdrawn in some sort of way, or you're really contemplating or looking at things differently. That may or may not be known, but that's like the hidden influence. The advice is for you to just, be in your strength and uh, do whatever it is that you need to do in whatever the situation is with her. And the outcome is kind of interesting here. I feel like it's about seeing the reality of what the situation is and knowing that whatever this thing was, it's over with, right? I have death and the world here. And there is some sort of, I don't know, Seven of Swords here. So I don't know if this was some sort of secrecy or betrayal or whatever on whoever's part. But that's here in the outcome. The overall energy, or yeah, is so I don't know if this had anything to do with property or money or inheritance or something like that, which I don't know. I don't know. But there was something here that was either not revealed, or you intuited something, or you had a feeling about it, or something wasn't disclosed or whatever. But my overall energy is the 10 of Pentacles. The clarifier was the moon. So, but I had, going towards, there was some sort of action that was taken. But like I said, here in the present, you've got death, and it's clarified by strength. The hidden influence was the Four of Swords. Queen of Wands in the advice, the outcome, Seven of Swords, clarified by the world, the ending, the completion. So that's what I got for you. Hopefully this made some sort. I'm very curious what this Ten of Pentacles is in the overall energy.
She says, thank you.
But
I need to hear this.
yeah,
She said,
so,
absolutely.
But that's what I got here. And lots of fire and water here. Oh, my ear just started ringing. Yeah. So anyways, that's what I got for you. I'm glad.
She says, stand strong with my dad. My dad fights me on her well-being, but a new life for her.
Okay.
So
okay. And
we're glad
the overall energy, clarifier of the moon. That does make sense. Okay.
All righty. Well, thank you, Aline, for letting us read for you. And next up is Amanda. She would like to know also, Allyson, what incense are you using if you don't mind her asking? Oh, and I put some patchouli on tonight before coming on.
It's always patchouli, girl, and right now it's heme. My favorite brand, I don't have it right now, and I can't believe I can't think what it's called. I'll tell you another time on another show. Heme I didn't used to really like because it's kind of like a, it's not a top shelf incense at all. But some of their stuff is really nice now. But there's another brand. I shouldn't say always. I often burn patchouli. I don't wear patchouli. I don't wear anything. But yeah, that's what I have. And I'm reading the Crow Tarot for anybody that's interested. That's what I'm reading with tonight. Beautiful deck. Love, love, love it. They're big cards, but they do shuffle quite nicely. I've got little hands and some joint issues. So, and this is by MJ Cullinan.
That's a cool deck.
It's a beautiful deck. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck. What did Tom say?
Tom say, I thought this place smelled like dirty hippies. Tom.
I love patchouli. No, he's right. He's not wrong.
But Shan says it smells like dirt. Yeah, but Shan says he's getting used to the smell of it.
But you know what? I love it when somebody else is wearing patchouli. If it's good quality patchouli and they're not wearing an obscene amount of it.
Oh my God, I know. Sometimes like they bathed in it and you're like.
This guy that my roommate, the Leo, years and years ago, my girlfriend Dawn, this guy that she dated for a while wore patchouli and it smelled so good on him. I loved it on him. It was good quality. He didn't wear a lot of it. You had to be like, kind of near him to smell it. And it was really nice. It was really nice.
We can't all carry the same scents like everybody else.
No, and the good thing about wearing essential oils is that when you and it's good quality, it really does vary person to person what it actually smells like. Yeah. And I don't like a lot of scents. Yes. So like everything I wear is unscented and whatever. And yes, exactly. And it has to be quality. And admittedly, I'm a total snob with certain things for sure. Like if I'd rather do nothing than do something that's not quality.
Thank you for sharing and showing me, Allyson. I love patchouli, but every time I get a box, it smells nothing like patchouli. And a lot of times I don't.
Yes, that's why you got to smell it. And no, I don't order stuff
it doesn't even smell the same once you burn. It's like, oh, that smells good.
Well, that's true. I will tell you about that brand. It's so nice. It's such good. All their flavors. I got a pine. I also like to burn pine. I buy this brand and I can't remember the brand, but I don't know why I'm having a mind fart, but
yeah. It's got taste too.
Oh, I do too. With certain things. Yeah, absolutely. Like with coffee, I'm the biggest snob you've ever seen with coffee.
I like Folgers Classic.
I see that doesn't even register. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Folgers.
But I'm being very sarcastic. No, I only drink organic coffee and good small batch, dark roast. Yeah, it's like, I can't. My mom used to drink that.
I love Dunkin'.
I was like, are you sure I'm your child? There's just no way. No. Mm-mm. But like I said, there's not a lot of things but there's certain things and that's one of them. Yeah. So who keeps leaving me feathers? Oh, I can't read on that, honey. I mean, I can, but my cards aren't going to tell me that. I don't have any oracle cards with me. I mean, I could try, but I would rather have, I'm not home right now, so I don't have all my cards. Who keeps leaving me feathers? You don't know? I'm
Girl,
surprised you don't know. All right, yeah, I'll pull.
girl, are you testing us?
Who's leaving me feathers?
And early ritual Tom says Maxwell House is my nostalgia for all my coffees with my
Ugh,
grandma, with his
so
grandmother.
gross.
Yes, my grandma Johnson, that lady right there, she liked the Maxwell House too. But
Not
my
only,
mom and dad had us on 8 o'clock coffee. So that's what they were.
yeah, I'm not even gonna.
So Amanda, I got something interesting here. And lo and behold, look what deck I'm using.
Amanda.
The one that we discussed last night. So I got the Queen of Swords. So I am going to go with that this could be a feminine energy. This is going to be a feminine spirit. Um, she was very articulate. This could be a guide as well. I don't know if this is necessarily an ancestor. Um, but this person, for me in this reading, is she's going to be feminine and very articulate, very intelligent. Um, Always lots of ideas. Um, very um, very set in her ways. Okay, that just popped in. It's very set in her ways. I mean, just the way she, the card also, I think they mentioned for this in the book, with one of the swords or this one about stoicism, with the swords being very stoic, very, being very mentally, very practical. Can be nurturing, but very practical at the same time. And at the bottom of the deck, I did get the Five of Wands. So I don't know if this is somebody maybe that you might have had some conflict with in a past life, or not past life. Well, okay, past life. Or this could be somebody that you had. Um, wow, because I didn't mean to say past life, Amanda. I was thinking in this life, but for some reason I said past life. Um, but there was some sort of conflict, disagreements, didn't see eye to eye on stuff, just kind of like, just always kind of like battling it a bit. So I asked for a clarifier just for a little bit more, and I got the Two of Pentacles. So for me, this was a balancing act, maybe. I'm feeling like this was somebody family wise. The balancing act of, I know the Pentacles are about, money, stability, and that stuff, but just the balancing act of and trying to stay afloat. There's that buoyancy that we were talking about with these cards last night, especially with the Two of Pentacles. And it's just, for me, there was this back and forth. There was a balancing act, trying to kind of maybe get along with this person, or when this person was alive, they were constantly trying to balance finances, balance security, balancing maybe um, spirituality, just trying to make ends meet, trying to balance everything. And it looked like, again, like with the Queen of Swords, um, just very, just sitting there, very straightforward, very upright, very grounded, almost kind of they're rooted, but they were very much head in the clouds, very much in their thoughts, in their own selves. And with this one here, again, usually with the Two of Pentacles, you see someone trying to do a balancing act. Here, there's a little bit more of a balance than typically. So I don't know if this is something that maybe it's a. Here, let me just pull another card for this Two of Pentacles. I'm trying not to look at the chat, Amanda, because I want to see if I'm tapping into this properly. So let me okay, so with the Two of Pentacles, with this also I got the Five of Cups. So there's regret, there's remorse, there's some sadness. So maybe this relationship was a balancing act, or within their life,
Wow.
trying to balance back and forth between, um, yeah, this relationship was a balancing act. It was like that with my mother. So I can understand trying to, be sure footed, while at the same time trying to balance two different types of personalities, especially with that Five of Wands with the conflict. And then of course I got the Five of Cups. So this was there was there's some sadness. There was some grief in the passing or with this relationship. But I feel like that feather is so very Queen of Swords. So that's communication. I think that's this female coming to you, and with your abilities. If this is anywhere near resonating with you, so probably you'll probably know who this is, and I'll give it over to Allyson. And hello, Joseph. Joseph has joined us.
Amanda, this is very interesting. I wasn't expecting to get this at all. So I think this is somebody that died that you were at odds with. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah.
It could possibly, of course, you've been married a long time. I almost felt like maybe it was that kind of a relationship. So I don't think so, unless it was somebody that's in your youth. I don't know, like like a long time ago. Regardless, you've moved on, of course. But there is so in the past we have Knight of Cups energy, right? It's clarified by the Ten of Wands, so there was a burden, right? And then here we are now, we got the Wheel of Fortune, the moving forward, but it's clarified by, and this could be the person that this is about. I have King of Wands energy. I don't know if it's male or female. I suspect that it could be. The hidden influence, though, is the Ten of Swords. So, there's a whole, but that could be the whole buckling of maybe finding about finding out about this person's passing, whoever it was. I'm very curious if you know who this is, if any of this is making any sense. The advice is Chariot, right? Not surprising. Working on moving on and moving forward from it, because the clarifier on that is the Eight of Pentacles. This is the Ghost Tarot, by the way, for anybody that's interested. Those are the two decks that I have with me. And then the outcome is the love or the connection to whoever this is. It's the Two of Cups. Clarified by the Knight of Cups. Or Page of Cups in this, Page of Cups in this deck. But the overall energy, Ace of Wands, clarified by the Ace of Pentacles.
Wow.
That's why I was like, damn, when I laid this out. So yeah, obviously, you're getting the feathers, but I'm saying this is somebody who feels a strong connection and or attraction to you or whatever, right? Other side or not, doesn't matter. And it is of high value and connection. So this is somebody big. I'm sure you probably know who this is.
She says, sounds like, oh, sorry.
It's okay. Sounds like my mother-in-law or grandmother. Okay, well, whichever one. Could be a fire sign, if that's helpful.
And she also added, yes, it makes sense why my energy has felt off all week, with all the, unless that was a response to another conversation.
So what did she say? Would you say her
she
mother-in-law
goes, yes.
who?
Her mother-in-law.
Yes, her mother-in-law.
Yes, my mother-in-law. I was right about the woman. I couldn't tell, what part of the family, but but something too past life, Amanda, that didn't come out, accidentally like that.
What do you know reason. What her that person's birthday was?
Let's see. She said we patched things up before she lost her memory, but she didn't like me with her son. If it's a male, it could be my stepdad. We were more father and daughter, but we were at odds. I'm feeling like she goes, it sounds like two different people. I was getting the female. That definitely felt like.
Yeah, and like I said, even though I got a king here, and with me especially, it doesn't mean, very often it's just it's the energy. It's not the person. So
it's interesting though.
Very, very, very interesting. I wasn't expecting much of that. There's definitely love here in the outcome. So
She said
Um,
her mother-in-law's birthday was September 24th.
okay, so Libra.
And she says my stepdad was January 27th. We've had a couple people join us. Hello, Linda.
Anyways, hope that was helpful in some sort of way, Amanda.
And Joseph has joined us as well. No worries about being late, Joseph. What makes you feel insane? I also had 2 deaths lately. Well, it's a death for us, but it's a rebirth, a new life for them. So they're still with us. Amanda, that makes sense to me a little bit too with the conflicts, but too with the 5 of Wands. If she was losing her memory, that could also cause the disruption, the chaos, the conflicting in the mind too as well. So thank you for sharing. It's helpful with me seeing how I'm connecting, with my cards. And there's Ramon. Hi, Ramon. How are you? Your basement got all worked out. So I'm just making sure I didn't see anything else.
Do we have any others?
Yes. We have 2 more. We have Earl. He would like guidance from spirit, please.
Okay. And then I can do these 2, and then I have to go. I have to go
Okay.
take care of my dogs. I have not been home in hours.
Well, actually, there's 2 more. So, first of all,
Okay.
we'll do Earl, but then Sid asked about finances. I don't know how you feel about reading on finances. And then Joseph asked for a generic reading. He says, I would rather not disclose subject matter. So which of those 2 you feel you would want to pull cards on? The finances or the generic for Joseph?
Either one, it doesn't matter. But we're both doing Earl.
Yes.
Okay, let's pull for Earl.
Okay.
All right. What does it say? Earl, guidance from
From spirit. So, Joseph, we won't be able to get to your question tonight, but you can always come back next Friday if you like, and if Allyson and I are doing readings next Friday, we'll put you at the top of the list for you. How about that? Yeah, Tom, look who decided to show up. Okay, thank you, Joseph, for being understanding. So for Earl. Oops, that's not Earl. Earl, where did you go? There you are. Interesting. Tom's serving my ass right away. Oh, serving sass right away. I thought he was serving. Sorry. Okay, Sid. Let me just go ahead and start that. Okay, I'm going to look at this book.
I'll go.
Okay.
Earl, interesting. I just made the comment about that king of whatever it was. He was king of wands, and then I just got several people all in one reading. Like a whole bunch of people here, but I'm going to read these as energies, but they could be people. Just keep that in mind. So this is guidance from spirit. So the overall energy is King of Swords. So I'm going to take that as, just you being honest, taking care of business, you know, being very logical and straightforward about things. So if you're dealing with something that's kind of flippy floppy or whatever, that kind of thing, it's about, you know, staying in the right mindset is what I'm going to say that before I even read the cards, because that just, that came to me. So there's something here that you have, or at least in the beginning stages of whatever that is, I'm not going to get into, but it'll reveal itself here in a moment. So you're coming across in something it's something that you care about and that you have emotion for and concern and care and that sort of thing. And you may or may not be revealing that. But the hidden influence is that you, I'm going to say, have very strong convictions about it, or very strong beliefs, or might even be, you know, you might even have thoughts about something that you're keeping to yourself. Queen of Swords. The advice is the High Priestess. Wow, that's interesting. That is probably to keep doing more of that. Keep whatever you have to yourself. There might be something here that you know. This could be your intuition about a situation, that kind of thing. But the advice here is to probably just to keep on doing what you're doing. Yeah. The outcome is the Two of Wands. So this is about observing and making a plan strategically, you know, just deciding what to do. Would this be, it could be, actually there's a good chance that it is. I wasn't going that direction, but again, you were asking for just a general, so that's what I'm giving you. But if this sounds like it could apply to that, absolutely. And why do I say that? Well, you got King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Page of Wands, so that's like action and logical, and yeah, it absolutely could be there's, you know, yes, it could. It's not like there's a bunch of anything else here going on that would make me think it's relationship or love or anything like that, or even money. Not that career isn't obviously money related, but this is more like about logistics and how you handle yourself and how you know what I mean, how you perform and think and that kind of thing. So I'm going to stop there. Anyways, the overall energy is King of Swords. It's about being logical and, you know, having your stuff, you know, your ducks in a row, and, you know, not being emotional about something, right? Being very logical. And the outcome is about, you know, having a plan, knowing what to do, observing, you know, the situation, you know, as you know, move forward. Wand energy. Anyways, but there is something here, keeping your stuff close to your chest, right? That's the advice. So whatever it is that you know or suspect or whatever this is, maybe there's just some information you're not supposed to share, that kind of thing. But, and this isn't like a big deal. You got one major arcana here out of all of it. So yeah, it's something, but it's not like, you know. And again, you were asking for a business retreat. Oh, okay. But anyways, I'm gonna stop there. I hope this was helpful in some sort of way. I didn't pull any clarifiers on it, but
all righty.
You're asking, could it be work? I'm gonna say yes. Yeah.
Okay. So I ended up getting 3 major arcanas for you, Earl, and I also pulled from my astrology deck. So I don't know if I'm getting work related, because I pulled Pisces card for you, and it's about intimacy, intuition, and compassion. And I know we have discussed multiple times on my channel about you wanting to have you're looking for a companion, looking to have a relationship and possibly a marriage. So with the Pisces card, there's that sense again, that underlying energy of still wanting the intimacy. I don't know if there is This is interesting. But right now, I think the business is going to be coming up. And yeah, be careful. Well, I won't say telling you to be careful, but keep an open mind with the next cards. Okay, Earl. Because I did get the star card, and I'm using my AI deck. I should say AI deck. My artist decoded deck. It is AI, but it's no big deal that it is. And with the star is all about having faith, following your northern star. Um, and it says here also that it's a pivotal moment of transformation on your spiritual path. So this is a harbinger of hope, healing, and the actualization of dreams. So this is what you want. That Pisces energy, again, also connecting with the intimacy that you're wanting, the compassion, the companionship. Um, at the bottom of the deck, though, I did get the devil, and so we have to remember, be aware that um, even we do want a relationship, to make sure that we don't ignore any flags, um, just to be with somebody in a relationship. Um, Sometimes we hate being alone so much that we desperately want anybody that comes into our circle to be in a relationship with. And I feel like this could be a recurring theme, possibly. This could be, again, another lesson coming up. But with that devil, it's saying here, giving away your power and illusion. So if this is going in that direction with this relationship, um, be sure that you are not um, disillusioning yourself, or putting yourself into a position, or they will not be putting you in a position where it becomes more of a bondage, where it becomes more oppression. Like it's that autonomy that you hold on to. That I'm trying to think of the words here. It says here, it will remind you of your autonomy and encourage you to choose new choices. So, with these, whether this is the relationship or with the business, this is about making the right new choices, letting go of past mistakes, and not falling back into that negative cycle, the old repeat pattern. Um, and and this is a card that's not to be feared. It's supposed to be embraced. It's giving you a heads up. And the other card that I pulled for you with this is the World card. And the World card is about completion, singularity, oneness, and integration. So making sure that before we get into these relationships, that we are whole, that we are good with ourselves, that we are secure and stable within our own lives, both spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially, on all levels, so that when we do go into a relationship, we're not only going to bind ourselves into a situation that is repeating old negative patterns and habits. That's all I keep hearing. So that is what I have, and that's where I'm going to end that one for you, Earl. Um, yeah, but just be careful with that double card. It's that bondage. You know, sometimes we want something so bad that we hold ourselves back, or we put ourselves in that circle over and over again, and then it's a hard time getting ourselves out of that mindset. And you want to make sure it has a good foundation. Okay. So let's see. Um,
I'll do the general. Who is it?
okay. It is
Because I got to get rolling. I'm
okay.
sorry, you guys. I got to go.
Well,
My
Jeff said it was
4:30
okay.
is it.
You know what? I can do Sid's question if you want. Because Joseph said it was okay. Joseph had the generic. If you want, you can do Joseph, and I'll do Sid.
Not sure how or could you get a general reading for Joseph? I would rather not disclose subject matter. I can read for Joseph.
Okay. And then Sid, honey, I'll go ahead and let's see what we have here for me, for you. For finances, not details, but advice from spirit and how choices will pan out. Okay, Sid. So that's mine. And want me to put yours back up, Allison?
No,
So we
it's
can see
fine.
his
It's
name?
just Joseph. He just wants a general reading.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, let me mute myself. Okay, Sid, so for you, I pulled the first card I got is the strength card. So there's a lot of strength. You have really been standing strong. You're strong within, and the strength card is also about being able to control our emotions and being able to balance that primal in with the calmness. It's kind of like taming the beast inside, being able to be calm. Like with the other deck with that beautiful tiger with the light, with the strength card, you got the beautiful Leo here, the lion. And for me, this can very well be going into Leo season, maybe August. Seeing that you're talking about possible choices coming forward when it comes to finances. The bottom of the deck, while you're standing strong, remain strong. But I did get the Five of Wands, so there's some real conflict going on with finances right now. The other card I pulled for a clarifier for strength, I pulled two, and I got the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles did come in reverse, though. I typically don't read reverses, so I'm going to feel like there's this. The Six of Pentacles is kind of like that charity, that give and take, trying to give to Paul to be able to pay Peter. So there seems to be some imbalance of finance going forward. And the other card I got for you, honey, is Five of Cups, which is about grief, loss, sadness. Um, I wish I had better cards for you, sweetheart. But well, that strength card, you're strong, stand in your power, stand in your strength. Um, Whatever this conflict is, let me look at let me pull a clarifier for the Six of Pentacles. Because, like I said, I typically don't do reversals, but that Six of Pentacles, when it came out reversed, really made me take a look and saying, sometimes those can, Seven of Swords. Okay, so Seven of Swords. I don't know if there's some sort of thievery or theft going on, but right now, it, for me, the card is about staying strong. If you're looking for a resolution, I just see that there is a lot of issues going on here. Five of Wands conflict, Five of Cups, grief, sadness over this, Six of Pentacles. Even coming out reversed, let me know that there's something going on with. Again, I don't know if this is loan, getting money from somebody. It's not going back and forth. Somebody fell through, kept money from you, some sort of thievery or theft or deception financially with you. Um, and then I got the High Priestess. You intuitively know what's going on, sweetheart. Listen to your gut, listen to your intuition, and when you move forward, make your decision from that place of intuition. Listen to your gut, because if you haven't made that choice yet, look at these cards, sweetheart. So, but the one good card too is that the strength card. You're strong. You can get through this. Okay. And I'm going to give it over to Allyson so she can get for Joseph. And let me pull Joseph's name back up for Allyson. Okay. You're muted, Allyson.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Joseph. So the overall energy, something's here that there's something here you're either not happy about it or you're disappointed, that kind of thing. Or at a bare minimum, you're just kind of like dismissive, or I don't know, something like that. But this is something that you earned. Justice is here as the clarifier. So meaning, you know, whatever this situation is, if that's the overall energy, according to the cards, it's well, it was justified, whatever that is, right? Justice is the clarifier. But just bear with me. In the past, you know, whatever that is related to this, you did invest in some sort of ways. You took action towards whatever this is. Um, that was the past. Presently, there's some sort of inner knowledge or wisdom that you have, or that you know. There's a knowing, there's a knowledge, or an intuitive hunch regarding your situation. And the hidden influence is that you're very much caught up in whatever this is that you know, and thinking about it, or the information, or there's a mental prison of sorts in some sort of way regarding whatever this overall energy is. That's the Four of Cups, that is deserved in some sort of way to come towards you, whether that be karmically or something that you know, I don't know, in a relationship, financially, investment wise. I mean, whatever it is. The advice from spirit is to see all the positives of everything that you do have, to take a look at all the things that are going right, 10 of Cups. And the outcome is to hold on to what you do have and just keep moving forward. Four of Pentacles, right? So Four of Pentacles is about, you know, holding on to. A lot of people read that card really negatively. It doesn't have to be. It's about holding on to what you have, right? And holding close to your chest what's important, right? Pentacles aren't just money. This is, you know, your pentacles is your necessities, you know, your health, your home, your family, what's important to you. You have money as well, but that sort of thing. But anyways, that's what I got for you. I hope that is helpful in some sort of way.
All righty. I haven't seen a response yet from Joseph.
And I'm
I
so
think-
sorry, everybody. I have to bail. I have to get out of here. We're at hour and 37 minutes, and I got to go.
Okay,
So I'll let Heather say goodbye to everybody. I really, I gotta be.
Okay.
I gotta go. I gotta go to my dogs. I should have left already.
All right.
Have a good night,
Okay.
everybody. It was so much fun. I hate to leave so quickly, but I'm starting to get antsy. All right. Take care. Bye.
Bye. And then there was moi. So Joseph, I will let Allyson know. Most definitely, she'll appreciate your feedback. And all righty, so yes, that's it. Today's Friday, so I don't have anything going on tomorrow. Um, I don't know if Ramon is still in chat. If you plan on doing any Insomniac Tarot, maybe tonight, or maybe okay. Now the real show can start. Um, yeah, I really don't have anything else, guys. It's just like it's weird on Friday nights winging it by myself. But I mean, I have my girl here, so. Um, but we know what it is. So we know we all have fur babies. We know that when they gotta go, they gotta go, and especially when they're older, you don't want to mess with that. Yeah, she's got to walk her little Scout and her little Lulu, and so hopefully we will maybe have Ramon. Alison and I would love to have see if we can maybe get Jay and Tom on some night for a Friday to talk about spirit boxes. And if Carolyn, if you and Peter want to talk about, oh, honey, Empress, Amanda, you're okay. It's all good, sweetheart. So, yeah, Ramon had the idea of doing a spirit box discussion, and that was his idea topic for tonight if he could join us. So we'll save that for Ramon when you can join us, and be nice to have. I don't mind another panel as long as we just keep it to discussing a topic. So, yeah. A lot of people don't really understand spirit boxes, and you got to be careful, especially with those apps. They're not always the most reliable or legit as well. And I know this lovely lady here and her hubby have done paranormal investigations, and Tom has worked with one that he's actually created. It's a physical one, not an app. And I know Majestic Tarot or Oracle, Jay, she's had experiences in the past. So yeah, they're sus. Yeah, I gave them up. Especially after what Jay taught me about them. Especially in other shows where they get used, and you gotta be really careful with that. You have apps. Yeah, I've given up all the apps. To me, I just I get weird shit. And hey, it's Friday night. My channel, I can use my language, but you get stuff that you just can't trust. And I know sorry if some people use them and they like them, but using them in investigations for true crime and for just personal use and it just there's just too much nonsense that comes out. You modified an old radio, but that was yours. It wasn't an app. It was actually something that you were using physically there. It wasn't, something, that some weird program that was generating through an app. It wasn't an actual, for me, your radio, to me would be more reliable, something like that. You've had results, yes, you have. Yes, I've got weird crap too. I haven't used them in years. I tried a couple times, and to me, I'm just like, and a lot of times too, spirit can just screw with you. Negative energies can screw through with you through them as well. So, yeah, again, it depends on what it is. Again, the actual physical box, depending on who's made them, the intention behind them, what frequencies you're using, and things. It's just I really don't go by them too much. I would like to at some point get into trying one, an actual real physical one, and an actual investigation because I've tried an app before at a place that I know is haunted, and the stuff they were giving me was BS. It was just I knew it was BS. Yeah, just kick out spooky words. And then there are some shows you see on YouTube. There's these two brothers, they're twins. I can't think of the name of the show, but some of the stuff they get does relate to the locations that they're at. But again, it's just a whole pool. What kind of spooky words can we throw out there? And so you really need to take stuff like that with a grain of salt. To me, good old fashioned recorders where for EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, where you actually have a physical tape where an actual voice that you cannot hear can be recorded. To me, those are very to me are more reliable necessarily than a spirit box. Though there are some spirit boxes on the market that I've seen in some shows that work well. But to and yes, be careful with spirit boxes. They can be as bad as a Ouija boards. You can't possibly know who's coming through. So, and I know there are people in our community that use both. I think Tom, you've used boards in the past, and when it comes to the boards, um, a lot of times again too, it's the person. If you have somebody who understands what a board is, like Carolyn does, or like Amanda might, or like Jay does, or Tom, and that there are protections that need to be on it, there are blessings that need to be on it, and that when you go to communicate, that you have it, you're grounded, you're protected, and that when you are done, you make sure you close the damn portal. Some of these people that go and say, "Hey, for fun, let's do a Ouija board," and they start opening stuff up, then they get freaked out, and then they run because there's no protection, there's nothing ritually in place spiritually for protection or even respectfully done, and they get scared and they run off. And what do? They leave the damn portal open and anything can come through. So it's just you got to be careful. and you really need to know what the hell you are doing. My mom had one that somehow got to her from a family member, from what my sister told me, or from remember what she told me too before she had passed. And her idea of getting rid of it was throwing it into a fire pit in the back of our yard, and then suddenly realizing that wasn't a great idea when she saw a black smoke lift up out and towards our house. So, yeah, leave it open, see what comes through, what can go wrong. Yeah, Tom, you can ask your friend Crowley about that. So use your friend, but Tom knows I'm picking on him. But that's the thing that Crowley has, has admitted. I think he admitted it, Tom, or somebody that was with him that day. Try doing a portal. Try using a board or something in that house that whatchamacallit had bought and that Paige had gotten, and open up a portal. Couldn't handle that type of entity that came through, and he kind of ran with his tail between his legs, from what I understand. I am kidding. Oh, I don't know, Tom. I use the Matana. Okay, what are you doing? Well, okay, Joseph. No, it's not a good. Wait a minute, Joseph. Are you saying that you take psychedelics and then go and use a Ouija board? Dude, come on now. I know we all have our thing, but no, not a good idea. And this lady right here, her and her husband have this experience. She has seen stuff. Jay has, I wish Jay was in the chat right now. Or too bad I can't conjure Jay, Majestic J Marcus, because she has the ability of sight. And a lot of times, what people do, what they think they're opening up, and who they're talking to, and who they think they see is running around, or who they're told is running around, is not who they truly are. Yeah, not a good idea, Joseph. And maybe that's why I had to light some extra Palo Santo. There was some kind of energy coming through. So, yeah, I highly recommend that. So, why would you leave that wide open? I hope you didn't leave that wide open. I hope you closed it, because that is irresponsible. I will say it. This is my channel. I will say this. And I'm sure a lot of people in chat can back me up on that. You don't want to mess spiritually with stuff. It's irresponsible. You don't know who or what is going to be bring through. And whatever attaches to you, it can go and attach itself to a loved one. So not only are you're not the one that's going to be the focus, other people too. My sister got possessed by using one of those things. We broke it into pieces and buried it. The next morning, it was whole again and on top of the ground. You don't mess with the stuff. And why Parker Brothers still sells the damn thing as a game, I do not know. Ah, gee whiz, ma, it was just one portal time. Mm-mm. So, yeah, this will be an interesting conversation to have with Carolyn, and maybe we can get Jay to join us, along with Tom and Ramon. Maybe we can make that happen. Well, I hope you don't do that anymore, Joseph. Carolyn, I have a question for you, sweetheart, if you don't mind. I was told all psychics have portals in their house that is automatically open because of being connected to the divine. That's a good question. And let me see. Um, I agree with that. Yeah, but there's a responsibility. Always responsibility. This spiritual stuff is not to be taken lightly. I was attacked regularly as a child by an evil entity that could have very well been what was attached to that board, because somebody was irresponsible, was being, all I can say is irresponsible, ignorant, and opened up a portal or something. And then that attached itself to me and helped me shut myself down from my abilities, because every time I felt a spirit come around me, my body went into a panic attack because I remembered what the attacks felt like. You almost died. Seriously, learn the hard way. I hope you learned. Ouija board, they used to say if the glass. Yeah, I don't know about that, Garnet. Sometimes Garnet, when you type, it gets a little jumbled. So I had a portal in my old house, and I knew it was there, and was told that was the reason because of your abilities. Yeah, Carolyn, I don't know if you saw um, Amanda's question, but yeah, I think if we're naturally, they're going to be attracted to a light. I don't know about portals, Amanda. Um, oh, she says, good question. No, we bless our house once a week. I am blessed before anything. Yeah, on the defense now. No, we're just trying to protect people. That really, people need to learn. And I'm not glad that you almost died. That's awful, but I am glad that you learned the hard way, and I hope that you can help instruct and teach others. We learn from our lessons and we move forward. Yep. Night, Dina. Thank you, sweetheart. Um, yeah. So this is a good community. I really am learning from you guys. And this is what we're here for. We're here to learn from each other. It's a safe space to share and to be educated, especially with the paranormal being so popular now, and it's everybody and and their family member doing it. It really needs people need to know that not everything that you see is what it is. Um, Look at Amy Allen. After all those years on the dead files, she had to leave because these things were affecting her. She couldn't do the investigations anymore. Those spirits nearly killed her for messing with her bodies and her with her internal organs and everything. And she's a very staunch advocate against a lot of going in, provoking, being rude, being disrespectful, and trying to mess with spirits. So yeah, that's something that people really. This isn't games. Parker Brothers may make it people think it's a game, and some paranormal shows, but do some paranormal shows fake evidence to keep people coming and stuff? Yes, we all know that. But there are people who do work behind the scenes, like Carolyn and Peter and Jay, and a lot of people who do that to help people and to help heal lands, help people heal their homes, to protect their homes, to make their homes their own again. And hello, Rochelle. Somebody new. When I was a child in Wayland, I woke up screaming something touched me on my head from the closet behind me. Someone said the devil was on our street. Then a lady shot herself into. Oh my God, Rochelle. Hmm, that's awful. So, actually, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to thank everybody. Yeah, it's just a board game, but it's still a tool. And if the person doesn't know what they're doing properly, or they're doing it for the wrong reasons and with ill intent, that opens up, you know, then it becomes a weapon. Yeah, exactly. But you need to know what you're doing. All righty. So we will hopefully continue this conversation maybe next Friday. Um, I'll get a hold of Ramon. Carolyn, when you get a chance, email me, see when you and Peter might want to join Allyson and I. And tropical, do not hang mirrors across from each other. I've heard that too, Carolyn. Mirrors across from each other opens up portals. So this is where we, come to share. We learn, and again, not everybody's experiences are going to be the same as everyone else's. Um, so we'll definitely make this a topic. Um, And so we're going on 10 o'clock. Everybody, I hope you have a wonderful evening. I will be back Sunday with Jeff for poetry at 8 o'clock. And maybe we might have someone joining us. It's always nice when someone's available. And yep, and I have heard that too before. Thank you, Carolyn, for your advice, sweetheart. Yep. And she is a sweetheart. Her and Peter. Peter looks like Sir Patrick Stewart to me. So every time I see Peter, it's like, oh, it's almost like I fangirl going, oh, it looks like Sir Patrick. Number one. Um, so you wonderful. Looking forward towards your email. Again, take your time. It's, we got a week, but I want to make sure that you and Peter are well enough to be able to talk about these things. And because I know when we talk about stuff like this, we can draw and attract certain energies. So yeah, we'll definitely plan that show. And then Monday, I'll be back with Nancy at Crohn's Intuition, and we'll be discussing the concept of the crone, of what a crone is, compared to, mythology and old, you know, because people with Crohn's thinking that they're hags, they're old, they're ugly. So we're going to totally relook and revision what a true crone is. And apparently, because I'm in my 50s now, I'm a crone. Yay! So again, everybody, thank you, Allyson, and I appreciate you joining us this evening. And we will see you next Friday or on one of our other shows. And everyone have a great night and a great weekend.